knows every shadow like a lover's name. Her steps a rhythm, a deadly game. Fingers chase the edge of time. She rewrites the world, one line at a time.
Chapter 6. Alliances and Smoke. His safe house appeared ordinary, just another anonymous government building in the heart of Delhi. But inside, it was a fortress for secrets. Thick reinforced walls, blackout curtains, and a soft hum of jamming devices ensuring no signal escaped its perimeter. Ananya Rao glanced at her watch. 3 a.m. The perfect hour for meetings that must never exist. Her chair faced both doors. She never left her back uncovered. 15 years in intelligence had taught her that survival often depended on where one sat. Outside, the clouds pressed low, whispering promise of rain. Inside, the air was taut with a different kind of storm. David Carter arrived first, precise and polished, a British operative whose very presence carried old-world entitlement. He greeted her with practiced warmth, but his eyes were as cold and evaluative as a surgeon's. Every move, every word was measured. "Ananya," he said smoothly, "I wish we met under better circumstances." Minutes later, the door swung open again, Ethan Walker storming in, all American confidence and restless energy. His leather jacket glistened from the rain, and his grin hinted at mischief. "Well," he said cheerfully, taking a seat, "the gang's all here, no one shooting, yet." The memory of Kashmir hung between them. 3 dead, 1 mission gone wrong, and weeks of diplomatic outrage. Each carried ghosts from that operation, and none spoke of them. Carter represented the tradition of quiet manipulation. Walker embodied chaos and force. Both dangerous, both here because official negotiations had collapsed. Ananya broke the silence. "Gentlemen, let's not pretend this is a social call." Carter opened a slim leather folder. Satellite images, surveillance reports, coordinates, each page layered with implications. The Ravi Varma situation is escalating. Multiple agencies are circling. Some may not share our definition of peace. The coded message was clear. China, Russia, other unknown hands in the game. He spoke the polite language of alliances and security, but behind it lay a cold strategy for influence. Walker cut through the nuance. "Your guy Ravi's sitting on something every superpower wants. The auction's begun. You can sell, buy, or get crushed." Ananya's expression didn't move. The walls hummed faintly as the sound of intelligence systems blended with the tension. Carter slid forward more photos. Goa, a former drug plant, now converted into a shadow facility. Shackles. Medical rigs. Brain interface systems. 72 hours, Carter said matter-of-factly. Then they'll take what's in his head and leave the rest to die. Ananya's jaw tightened. Torture wasn't new in her world, but this was different. It was intellectual theft, the destruction of a mind in exchange for knowledge. Carter's offer followed soon after. British surveillance and rescue coordination, Indian intelligence on the ground, partnership with carefully disguised hierarchy. "And in return," she asked quietly. Carter smiled. "A place at the table, shared intelligence, greater voice in the global order." It sounded like cooperation. It tasted like control. Colonialism reinvented, with satellites instead of warships. Then Walker threw his own cards on the table. Encrypted accounts, cryptocurrency trails, and obscene finance figures. "Let's talk business," he said. "Varma's research, worth billions. The CIA's ready to pay 10% for successful recovery. No oversight, no limits. It wasn't diplomacy. It was corruption, loud and confident, money for loyalty." Ananya studied them both, Carter the manipulator, Walker the opportunist. "Curious," she murmured, "why speak to me and not through the foreign ministry?" The question landed like a grenade. Carter masked his discomfort. "Time doesn't allow for bureaucracy." Walker grinned, ruthless. "And your ministry? Half of it's already compromised." The accusation lingered like smoke. Dangerous, because it wasn't entirely false. Even Ananya knew infiltration ran deep. Then the alarms began, not loud, but quiet, cold, digital. Surveillance anomalies, circling vehicles, prolonged watchful pedestrians. Her phone vibrated once with an encrypted burst. Hostile assets inbound. MSS SVR confirmed. Extraction recommended. Carter's eyes flicked to his own device. Walker's posture sharpened. The secure house no longer safe. Time to go, Ananya said, hand grazing the gun beneath her jacket. Instantly, training overrode politics. Carter's politeness evaporated. He moved with calculated precision. Walker shifted into combat readiness, his demeanor switching from swagger to predator. But no one trusted the others enough to move first. Each watched the other's hands. Each wondered who might betray first. Walker smirked. Ladies first. Ananya's voice sliced back. How charming. Why don't the gentlemen prove their gallantry? Outside, the rain fell harder, cover for unseen movements. Cameras flickered out one by one. Security locks failed. Someone was dismantling their defenses remotely. Carter unrolled schematics. Service tunnel. Leads to embassy sector. I have transport waiting. Walker shook his head. Bikes faster. Two-seater. I'm not waiting for diplomacy. Both were trying to gain the lead, and both offered survival in exchange for trust she didn't have to give. Together, she ordered, until we're clear. They moved. Rain drummed overhead. Lightning flashed against government rooftops. Then, unexpectedly, a voice whispered into Ananya's earpiece, distorted, urgent. Trust no one, not even us. The words chilled her blood. Us. Carter and Walker didn't flinch. Either they hadn't heard it or they were pretending. The signal cut to silence. They stepped into the Delhi night, three shadows merging with a storm that could hide or consume them. The wet streets reflected fractured neon and deeper lies. Behind them, the safe house's systems collapsed in silence. Ahead lay a city alive with hunters, and somewhere out there, Dr. Ravi Varma's mind was slipping away, even as nations circled to claim what remained. Thunder rolled again, long and heavy, like distant artillery. The night had only begun.
Her eyes burn cold, her touch ignites. She's the heartbeat in the dead of night.